And for Fighting Irish Preview, I'm Phil Houck, and well, it was a wild one that had a little bit of everything. Notre Dame prevails in the Gator Bowl tonight, 45-38, with their victory over South Carolina in a game for the ages. Turnovers, pick sixes, explosive plays, explosive runs, explosive passes, fake punts, fake field goals. A quarterback who accounted for 7 touchdowns. Well, actually accounted for 5, but when you add in pick sixes, Tyler Buchner accounted for 7 touchdowns, as he joked after the game. The Irish trailed 21-7 at the end of the first quarter, 24-17 at the half, and it was all tied up 31-31 at the end of the third, and that's when the prize fight got real. The Irish took a 38-31 lead after converting on a 4th and 5 fake punt, a play that Marcus Freeman told us after the game they had repped all year long, and he said, we might as well run it now, there's no games left. And then after the fake field goal, they converted on another explosive play. Logan Diggs goes 39 yards for a touchdown run. And at 38-31, the Irish looked to have things in hand because they forced a 3-and-out, took the ball straight down the field. The offensive line was clicking. The running game was clicking. The Irish are down to the 10-yard line, and lo and behold, Tyler Buchner throws his second pick six of the game into the end zone, and it's a 100-yard return, and suddenly the game is tied 38-38. That 100-yard return, by the way, not surprisingly, an all-time Gator Bowl record. And so this is at 7:38 left in the game. It's tied up 38-38, 7 minutes and 38 seconds left. But Notre Dame gets the ball back, and they grind down the field. 10 plays. They had to go 80 yards for their scoring drive. And again, the run game is clicking because on that run drive, or that drive of 10 plays, 8 runs, 2 passes. The capper, though, was a pass, and that was a touchdown pass, a beautifully executed play action. Everybody was expecting a run at that point. The Irish were at the 16-yard line in field goal range, and really a field goal might have won this game, or as it turned out would have won the game. But they hit Mitchell Evans from 16 yards out, and with 1:38 remaining, Notre Dame took the lead for good at 45-38. The game wasn't finished, though, because Spencer Rattler, who had a huge game, showed his NFL potential over and over again. He rallied his troops all the way to the Notre Dame 34. But after a couple of big penalties against the Gamecocks, a grounding penalty, an unsportsmanlike penalty, and then an incompletion, the game ended on downs for the Gamecocks. The Irish took over and ran the clock out, and it was bedlam and happiness in Notre Dame Nation down on the field afterwards. Tyler Buchner finishes the game 335 yards of total offense, 294 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. He was 19-34 on his passes, 61 yards on the ground, and he scored 2 more touchdowns, so it did account for 5 offensive touchdowns. The Irish had 558 yards of total offense to 352 for the Gamecocks. That was the reverse of that for much of the game. The Gamecocks dominated the first half in particular. Spencer Rattler, a big game. He was 29-46, 2 touchdowns. And he showed some real skill in this game, scrambling skill. You couldn't help but think of the USC game and all that Caleb Williams was able to do in that game with the number of times that Spencer Rattler got loose. But nonetheless, he didn't get loose enough times because the Irish were able to emerge victorious, although Spencer Rattler and Tyler Buchner were both named game MVPs. So the Irish are Gator Bowl champs. Post-game head coach Marcus Freeman, who lost a really tough one last year at this time, 1 year ago in the Fiesta Bowl, he emphasized in kind of a relieved fashion, but obviously a very pleased fashion, the opportunity to finish a season as champions. He said there is no better feeling. So the Irish end 2022 at 9-4, and will take some bowl win momentum into the offseason, and it'll be an interesting offseason, I assure you of that. I want to thank everyone who supported and followed Fighting Irish Preview this year. It's been a joy bringing these videos and articles and everything we do on a weekly basis during the season to you. Happy New Year to you all. And I'll see you in 2023 for more Fighting Irish Preview. And don't forget fightingirishpreview.com. And for Fighting Irish Preview, I'm Phil Haug, and that's a happy wrap.